Yes, I am running for president. I think I'm the best person for the job because I understand how the economy actually works. I understand the world, who's in it, how the world works. I understand bureaucracies, and that's what our federal government has become, a giant, bloated, unaccountable, corrupt bureaucracy.
Carly Fiorina on ABC's Good Morning America earlier today announcing that, yes, indeed, she's running for president. Fiorina joins as the first female candidate for the GOP in 2016. Now, Carly's generated buzz by challenging Hillary Clinton quite pointedly several times recently, but now it's Ms. Fiorina's turn under the microscope. For more, let's bring in Beth Martin, co-founder of the Tea Party Patriots from Newsmax Washington and from Newsmax LA, our good friend and Newsmax contributor Larry Elder. Beth, could Carly be the GOP's answer to Hillary?
I think that Carly has an opportunity, just like the nearly 20 other candidates that will likely be in the field. Any of them are going to be better than what we will get with Hillary Clinton. She is from the past, and it's time for someone who's going to be looking towards the future. And with Carly Fiorina, we're going to be able to focus on economic issues, which the Tea Party movement certainly cares about. And I know that Americans across this country want our country to have a debt-free future and understand we've got to have candidates who are willing to do what it takes when elected to get our budget balanced and then to begin paying down the debt. And Carly Fiorina will work on this.
Larry, there you sit out in California, and of course Carly ran for the U.S. Senate back in 2010. Do you think she learned something in finishing second in that race?
I think she did. She got better and stronger as a candidate. You know, I thought about running in that race, JD, for a little while. I almost ran against her. But she's right about the size of government. In 1900, government at all three levels took less than 10% of the American people's money. Now when you add a cost to unfunded mandates, government takes over 50% of people's money. It is way, way too big, and it's time it gets chopped down. The other thing, of course, she brings is that she's a female. She can attack Hillary in ways that don't get her in trouble as a sexist. She is the one that said, what has she done? Name an accomplishment. When a guy says that, it sounds like you're belittling a first lady and a former senator and a former secretary of state. When she says it's a whole different ballgame.
Well, of course, another candidate who announced today, Dr. Ben Carson. Let's take a look at some of what he had to say.
I'm not a politician. I don't want to be a politician. Politicians do what is politically expedient, and I want to do what's right.
Well, there's Dr. Carson saying he's not a politician. Now, Beth, a lot of folks who got involved in the Tea Party movement back in 2010 were new to politics. Do you think Carson's non-political experience will resonate with the grassroots?
I do think that his non-political experience resonates with the grassroots. He's a very accomplished surgeon, so he has had accomplishments in his life, and I think that resonates, and also the fact that he can focus on Obamacare and how we can have more healthcare freedom in this country, work to repeal Obamacare in its entirety, and he understands the impact of that law and how large the law is and the impact it has on the doctor-patient relationship better than probably any other candidate who will be in the field.
Now, Larry, Dr. Ben's lack of political experience, you're somewhat skeptical of his ability to pull this off, correct?
Well, same as I am with Carly Fiorina. I think it's only happened one time that somebody has gone, other than being a general, to being a non-politician to becoming a politician. It just never happens. But I agree with Beth. He will focus on Obamacare, and not only just on criticizing Obamacare, he's come up with an alternative, health savings accounts. You often hear Democrats say, well, what's your alternative if you don't want to have Obamacare? He's given you an alternative, health savings accounts. So he's going to bring that to the table. The other thing he'll bring to the table is he's a proud black guy who's not a victim. He does not think of himself as a victocrat. He does not think of himself as under siege. He has a proud story to bring. Work hard, get an education. You can make it in America. That's his message, and that's timely.
And another candidate expected to announce tomorrow. Former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee calls himself a different kind of man from hope. That's the same town from whence Bill Clinton arrived on the national scene. Beth, 30 seconds on Mike Huckabee's chances.
Well, I think that it'll be interesting to see what happens as Mike Huckabee re-enters the political field after having not been in it for a while. He certainly is well known because of the television programs that he's done and the fact that he ran before. And it will be interesting to see how his message resonates as he transitions back into the political spectrum.
So, Larry, there was Mike Huckabee, like you and me, back in television. Is that going to help him? 30 seconds.
I think so. His name recognition is even higher. He's likable. He's affable. Very good at these town hall meetings. I think he'll do quite well.
Well, we will see what happens. It's a long campaign, a long time before that first in the nation caucus in Iowa, and of course the first in the nation primary in New Hampshire. In the interim, Jenny Beth Martin at Newsmax Washington and Newsmax contributor Larry Elder from Newsmax LA, our thanks to you both. Now, on the subject of Dr. Ben Carson, I had a chance to sit down with Dr. Ben, and we had a very extensive discussion. My exclusive interview with the good doctor as he discusses his plans for the presidency. It'll be tomorrow night, right here on Newsmax Prime, 8 p.m. Eastern, again 8 p.m. Pacific, or 11 Eastern if you prefer. Our program is coming right back.